Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play some more horror romance. This time we're going to go for Chucky. Let's begin. Before we begin, there's some things I should tell you about myself. What's your name? YN, of course. My name's YN. Where are my pronouns? She, her. My name is YN and my pronouns are she, her. Is that correct? Yes. Chapter 1, Arrival at Amityville. No, stay back. No, stay away from me. Come here, you old butt. I said, get away from me. Same dream as always. I don't ever get some sleep without nightmares. Well, maybe eventually. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on the moving bus. I got a headache, and maybe a concussion from every time my hand hit the window while sleeping. It's late, bring a pillow. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. Ryan turns on the phone and sees 2 messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. We might need a string over from our landlord. Ryan, please contact me whenever you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not to owe anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Ryan slides into the next message from one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I spent all night inside a bus. Now I gotta get to the cafe, then a new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'll kill for a frappuccino right now. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I got through many jobs, saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm new, I feel happy. Quite accomplished. After I've worked these past few years, having a business will definitely make things better. I stopped distracting myself and grabbed my suitcase to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. He's no longer there. Nor alive, though. Just remembering makes me have a stomach ache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. Oh, it was. If it was abuse, if he was trying to kill us, it was worth it. Crap, sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already. I get out of bed, question my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I gotta do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rush into the door. Shrieking, I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you. Just wanted to check on how my new client was doing. Creepy guy. Oh, he definitely is creepy. I'm fine. How did you know? I didn't. I just came to check up on you. Check up, and you opened the door before I knocked. Oh yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I gotta set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's Final Girl. Guess I'm not gonna name a horror-themed cafe without naming it Final Girl. Or after Final Girl. Yeah, it's Final Girl. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. Like he should be running a hotel and being in a haunted hotel. I finally step into the street before going to the cafe and go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Ghostface. Nevertheless, when I took a look at my sides in search of a person, I realized that there's no one in the street. Maybe my paranoia's back. I could walk down the street uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need: milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, matcha, and I treat myself to a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun's slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks for being distracted. I didn't know someone in front of me, and I bump into what feels like a brick wall. Jason! When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. No, he's not intimidating. He's just a sweetheart. He's a simple. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but the chocolate bar in my hand. Oh, I get it. He wants some. Share chocolate. With my bag on the floor, I get up and with both my hands, I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing won't kill me. Definitely won't. Not sharing will. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He steps and proceeds to move his hands and paws in a gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute. I could realize that what he's saying is sign language. I then move my hand to answer "You're welcome." One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to my free time. Thanks to the free time. Now, I'm glad I learned it in a way. I don't even know what "You're welcome" is. So I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. I get to the cafe and find something at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Carrie. You must be Wyan. I'm sorry. I got here too early. Should I come back later or... Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I had to set everything up, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly stepped inside, and as I opened the door, I told her where the cleaning tools were. Well, I went behind the bar, setting groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the shelves, and set up the cups in the accessible place, which everything would be accessible for us. I placed all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of the impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed tablecloths on each table. Weird. Did we even have any of those? She called them up. Oh, Carrie, what a quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper alongside a coupon, and I had the advantage of a cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, perching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use a special machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I never had something like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Don't worry, I'm not going to make fun of you. Easy, you don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee. Fill the water, put the coffee on the pot filter, and show her how to level up the coffee. Then I put the pot filter back and finally start the machine. Voila, just like that. Oh, I thought it would be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got tricks. Now memorize the menu and the ingredients. A client arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing the dark-haired tall man. He's a most noteworthy feature, being a metallic hand. Welcome to File Girl Cafe. What can I offer you? Look at that. The old crab hole's reopened. And with a hottie serving, too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his butt. Probably did. Probably got shoved way up there. The man laughed. I didn't know if I should laugh or raise eyebrow. Laugh. I don't get to know him. I didn't get to know much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, bring me a Americano with whiskey. We don't have any of that in our menu. Come on, you can't have a good coffee without whiskey. Ain't no pushover. You don't have a good bottle in there? I know we could probably give him the one that's alcohol free, but I still want to be very nice to Ash. Give him an alcoholic Americano, because it doesn't matter for his and Charles if we be rude to them, but I have to be sweet to him. I stare for a few seconds inside and look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looks at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take a cup and go to the storage room. There I open a box of my stuff. Open one of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes on rough days, I drink half the bottle and drown in tears until passing out. Now I'm just pouring into coffee, measuring the quantity as it adds to it adds taste without going too far. I walk back to the bar, handing the man his coffee. There you go, a cup of Americano coffee without anything added. Because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful, but before looking at the cup, finally takes it and drinks it, smiling with satisfaction. Perfect, now I know where to come with my Americano without anything added. Haha. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that, or the guy looks like an uncle who just wanted a drink. Or both. Here you go, dollface. You're paying your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides a pay, closing it. It's for good luck. Trust me, I don't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at the strange man walk away. My eyes retract themselves to my still closed hand, doubtful when I open it. I find the frickest crap I've seen in years. It was a frickin' dried severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. Oh, it's definitely real. It's definitely not Shukina's finger. Which means we can't have Shukina versus Freddy Krueger. Which would be very interesting. I think Freddy would be scared of Shukina. I look at the door. Without knowing what the heck all that was about, I felt Carrie approaching me. So I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket and the money in this register. Our first client, how much was it? I know some childless happiness coming from her, and couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She knows I was kidding and laughs cheerily. Good enough to retire, right? I laugh, realizing the joke's still going. At the exact moment, I notice an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the door chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I noticed Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who entered. Then her face changed in discomfort. Oh no, it's her! It's who? I turned around and looked at the door to see who it was. While I heard Carrie running away from the storage room, I see a blonde-haired girl, dressed in fancy branded clothing. She got quite done for my face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as she smelled something awful. There's town cafe. Well, I could go walk away. Beg your pardon? I want foam-free chai latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam. 208 degrees Fahrenheit. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude, and then I realize that this is one of those rich and entitled kids. Great, my favorite kind of people to talk to. And to put in perspective for people, that is hot. My temperature in Arizona gets to 112 degrees Fahrenheit, and that burns your feet on asphalt. So yeah, that's hot. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice. I asked for coffee. Don't question, do your damn job. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. Do as she asks. She's probably from Hex, so she could handle it. I swallow the anger and I have right now. I choose to do the most reasonable thing for the business and make her the chai latte. While I'm at it, I fantasize about throwing it at her face and messing up her makeup. Or with a bit of luck, cause first degree burns. I think it'll be more than first degree burns with that. It's what would happen with a coffee at that temperature. If all I got the exact order. Probably second or third degree. Here you go. Instead of taking the damn cup, the blonde just stares at it. To take away. She smiles of malice of a tall girl. She's testing me, I know it. But I don't fall for it. I grab the cup and carefully pour the contents on one of our paper cups. I slightly burn my fingers, but I don't show it. There anything else? At least now I know she won't be staying. I don't even know her, and I already want her gone. She drinks a small sips. Her lips frown, almost like she was disgusted or not finding something to complain about. Decent. I'm surprised it's almost perfect. I think that's the closest thing she ever said to a compliment. In her life, probably. She stints her perfectly manicured hand and tosses a 20 on the counter. She walks to the door without waiting for her to change or even saying goodbye. Even say goodbye. Thanks, come back soon. God, I hope you never get ran over. I'm so sorry, scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave. I would make it even harder for her. She says it with admiration. I shrug off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy to Bonnie to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them. Carrie, now come on. We gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get many customers, just a few. But at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we gotta take the tables back and close. I ask Carrie to please turn the sign from open to close, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear a door opening and the bell chiming. Someone entered this cafe. That's just my luck. I'm so lucky I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla, and don't get too small with the caramel. I raised an eyebrow looking at him, a short red-headed boy with scars on his face. The town's sure full of interesting people. And we're gonna date him this time. He kind of looks like a doll, or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Is he a bit too small to consume caffeine? Don't worry, he can. Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You gotta serve me anyway, though. Right, client's always right. Give up and make his coffee. I say and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want more trouble. And plus, he's cute. Can I get why? Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boys' indications. It looks like he isn't take his eyes off me while I'm preparing the drink. Like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him. On the bar, his mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me. He sees his blue eyes pierce my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees. Whatever it is he's saying, he's looking at us. Totally. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already. A deal for a long night of stabbing people and killing people. He laughs in a quite unique manner, wink at me and handing the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place, and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we're closing, as I was saying. Oh yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy, or you grow wrinkles. I'll be ashamed to ruin such a pretty face. Unless he wants to kill us. Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, is this little guy flirting with me? Yes, he is. I love speeches for a few seconds, when she seems to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? I scratch my eyelids. Probably look like crap, which is exactly how I feel at that moment. Forget, let's go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Kyrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger, maybe on the inside. I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone's looking at me from the back. Oh, they are. Is my paranoia back, or is it my imagination? I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following me. They'll know where I live, and it can only get worse when we hit there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there, but after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There's a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets closer, and I tense up, really wanting to believe it was just in my imagination, but... Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want them to, you know? But I'm pretty sure some people, because let's face it, you're a klutz. The silhouette gets closer to which compared to everyone else, yeah. The silhouette gets closer in the light between us, which reveals a man in a dark leather jacket, black pants and a mask covering his face. Gotta admit, it's the first time it happens, but there's always a first time. Technically, you just took my stocking fee card. I stay quiet. I really had a bad day today with Chan and that weird doll. Hey, the weird doll is gonna be our date. We're gonna go on a date to Spirit Halloween with him today. Having an encounter with the masked freak is only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in a mood. Please, leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a vertical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eyes twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave you for the moment in exchange for one simple question. Okay, yes. I will pinch him the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great. I'm glad you cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite scary movie? I have to say it the way it's intended. What's your favorite scary movie? Just that. This freak just wants to know my favorite scary movie, my favorite horror movie. I think about it before answering, but the answer is easy. Totally Scream. Sorry, I'm just gonna... Maybe I could try to edit it out this time and say Scream. Scream, the one with Ghostface. I want to watch it when I'm bored. I watch it when I'm bored. Plus, I have it readily on my bedside my table right behind next to my chair computer. The masked man starts to laugh, like he's been told a joke. Well, sadist. All right, you're okay with for now. So I like it. Yeah, cute because you're literally wearing Ghostface costume. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how does the mask blink at me? I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak, asking what my favorite Disney movie is, or some crap. I keep on walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. My answer to favorite Disney is Great Mouse Detective. And maybe, Stitch. I'm so done with today. I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower and sleep. I told someone it was Beauty and Beast, but it's technically, Great Mouse Detective. I stop walking when I see a big figure scaring the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubt turns into anger. If I was already having a crap day, this was just true. It was gonna make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Michael. Ask who he is. Who are you? The stranger adjusts his mask he's wearing. The cigarette in his hand is still lit. The message is clear. He doesn't want to talk. Rude. I should have told him to stick a sticker up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. Remained silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking. But since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, yesterday morning, so I don't know many people. It was technically yesterday, because we fell asleep. He takes his sweet time answering, but does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points to his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. A dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize just how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me surprised. Oh, sorry, did my bar scare you? No, as a child he would. Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. Don't worry, we're just chatting. Michael spoke to you? That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. Name's Lori, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. My name's Wyan. It's a pleasure. Likewise, you're sweet. We're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt, or sugar, or rice. Her tone lets me know that she's joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I don't want to ask why he got a janitor suit or mask. I just pretend it's totally normal. It's normal for him. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, laying my back on the wall to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally at home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. So I go to the kitchen, grab some cookies I brought, heading to my room and throw myself onto the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madman live around here? It's like a cheap movie. Like a horror movie? But they're all hot. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. I open my eyes, look around, startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of Rio. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start walking around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if it's actually a dream. Maybe if it's not a dream, maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origin, but I can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The crackle feels closer. All I can think is, um, the little rhyme. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere and it's so horrifying. Unless we got Easy Guide, but I don't think this is Easy Guide. Definitely is an Easy Guide. I can hear footsteps getting closer, and the scrapping of two metal objects scrolling closer. Defend myself. Get out of my dream. I scream more angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise was coming from. I manage to see a silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way his head tilts, he looks confused. What? I manage to stir myself up, cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling, and wow, a deep sigh, a groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. Probably 2 a.m. now. I try to sleep again, shifting positions. Chapter 2, A New Idea. I wake up even more tired than yesterday. After the nightmare, sleeping had become a challenge, and anxiety turned sleeping into a whole effort. The sun was peeking through the horizon, but I didn't want to drag on the bedtime anymore. It wasn't doing anything for me either way. I get up walking down into my little kitchen and leave the coffee machine to do its thing while I make my breakfast. I need some sort of sound that dragged me away from my own thoughts for a while, so I take the remote and turn the TV on. Following the investigation into the glowing drug trafficking in Andyville, the mayor announces that he's doing everything possible to locate and dismantle the drug trafficking ring. You might want to talk to his daughter. She's probably behind it all. At least I know where to look for a job if the cafe doesn't work. I change the channel. The news are not the best way to calm anxiety. I zap between channels until I find a criminology series. Maybe not the best moment to watch something like this, but it managed to calm me down. Going back to breakfast, I start making some eggs with bacon and toast. After the toast is done, I pour the cup of coffee and sit down to eat, distracting myself, thinking about what needs to be organized for the cafe today. When I'm done eating, I take a shower and dress myself, grooming my hair properly for the day. While I'm ready, the sun's already out, and it's just the time to go to work. As I get out of my house, I have to thank the guy upstairs for giving me a casual encounter with someone that's not Mr. Torrance. Who's honestly the creepiest person in the game. That's not Freddy. I'm out to see my strange and eccentric neighbor watering the plants in the building. He turns to look at me, and I see his penetrating gaze under the darkness of his mask. Oh, good morning, Michael, right? He doesn't say anything. He just looks at me and goes back to what he's doing. But he doesn't take his eyes off me. Have a good day. I took refuge in a simple coterie and head down the street, noticing he's nodded to me as I pass by. I walk around the city going to the supermarket before going to the cafe for the last-minute surprise. It doesn't take me long, so I head to the cafe, which luckily for me is near the supermarket. When I arrive, Carrie's at the door waiting. Remind me to give you a punctuality bonus. You don't have to worry about that. The pay is enough for me. I chuckle as I head to open the door, enter to the cafe to finally start today's shift. I'm heading to the warehouse to get everything ready. Clear the tables while I take care of the coffee. Right away. I take out some bags of coffee and put them in the basket along with spices and milk. I go to the counter to turn on the coffee makers and the blender, noticing that everything's ready And before I know it, Carrie has already finished with the tables. Already? Crap, you're more agile and faster than you look. It's one thing I'm good at. And psychic powers. By the way, you got more dark circles in your eyes. Did you sleep well? No thanks to Freddy. To be honest, I haven't slept well for days, but well for years, but I'm still functional. That's what matters. I know what it's like. But I learned ways to sleep well, despite everything. I'll tell you whenever you want. I answer her goodwill with a smile. Carrie feels like a breath of fresh air in my life. So sweet and genuine. Okay, you can tell me when we're closing. We're all set for now. Put up the sign so no customers can come in. Carrie is going to open the cafe and take care of everything behind the counter. So soon some customers walk in for the coffee. I start focusing on the simple task. Prepare, mix, heat, serve. It repeats in my head like a mantra, and that relaxes me for a while until a small figure surprises me. Chucky, today I'm right on time. This is again. That's something, I guess. Welcome. What would you like? Same as yesterday. Quick, darling. I let out a sigh and went to make the coffee, like he asked for yesterday. A caramel macchiato, and glimpse at the amount of sugars in it. And just decide to hand him the drink without saying anything else. Drink for Charlie? It's Chucky. And the fuck is... who the frick is called Chucky? And who the frick is called YN? He's almost snatched the glass from my hand, but didn't reach it. I control myself from laughing and hand him the glass. He just took it, irritated. Whatever. When he took a sip, all the annoyance seemed to leave his face. My favorite, you paired very well. You will make me come here more often. Oh, we definitely will do that. Tipping his hand in cash, non-flirtatious attempts. Except for you. Your loss. I watch a short stack drink his coffee and sit down in an armchair at the back. I sigh and watch Carrie walk past him, confused. She's so baffled that she ends up approaching me again. Why is there a good guy doll drinking coffee? Because why not? What now? Good guy. Very popular in the 90s. They recently released a new line, more technological and bigger. You know, motorized. Looks more like a human and could go stab you more. Better. I haven't noticed until Carrie mentioned it. He was a freaking doll, indeed. I noticed his hands. He was conspicuous because he's so well made, but he has small and useful proportions. I was already wondering how he was holding the cup with both hands. You know what? At this point, I don't want to know anything. Just ignore it. Okay. I choose to ignore this doll. Maybe it's just someone playing with it, or it's a really well-made costume, something silly like that. I don't need it to focus on that right now. I focus on work. I get an order for almond milk. But I quickly notice it's already gone. I need to go find more in the warehouse. I don't think about it much. And after making sure Carrie is taking care of the rest of the customers, I head to the back. I go to the shelf to get some milk among the products. I try to stretch to reach up, but someone grabs it. I'm scared to death when I see a hand with sharp claws holding the milk and offering it. Looking down, I see a horribly burnt face, but with very striking features. Ah! I jump back in fright, notice a figure in front of me. Who are you? This place is for employees only. He's gonna work here soon enough. Oh, so now you're scared? Hey, did you hear me? Sir, back off or I'll call the police. I'll have to see you try that. I see him examining the milk. Wine, right? You don't seem like anything special. So why couldn't I kill you? What? Yeah, last night in the frickin' dream, you weren't scared at all. You even kicked me out of your nightmare. I process everything that he tells me, but it just seems impossible. My dream? Was this guy from the dream? Well, he has similar silhouette. However, it didn't make sense. Yep, definitely went nuts now. I end up grabbing the carton of milk from his hand and walk back to the door. If I ignore him, he'll go away. It's just illusion. I'm hallucinating again. That's all it is. I go out to the bar and focus on making coffee. I keep repeating the same thing to myself over and over again. It's hallucination. First the doll, and now him. Well, Carrie knows the doll. It's a strange day, and it's not even noon. Some manners you have. Aren't you taught not to leave others talking to themselves? Well, when it's Freddy Krueger... Yes, I've been taught to ignore you. Crap. I jump in fright and almost spilled the coffee, but I save it. I finish preparing it, controlling the shaking of my hands. That's normal for me, due to the small anxiety attack that grabs my breathing. Order ready. You can't ignore me forever, you know that, right? I can literally haunt your dreams. Good luck with that. Won't be the first one, I assure you. He doesn't seem to be taking any better. He opens his mouth to answer me, but the customer who comes for his drink is one who speaks to him. Can they see him too? Wow, your makeup's great. It looks so realistic. It's a great cosplay. Yeah, whatever. Get lost, moron. He looks like one of those... the one from the legend. The one about the dream guy. Bill Cipher. Customers leave. Oh, no, Bill Cipher be trying to go. Customers leave, chatting and intrigued by the man in front of me. If they can see him, he's not a friend of my imagination. Is it real? Then I shouldn't stop ignoring him. Who are you? Freddy Krueger, known for the nightmares. But let's just say it didn't turn out too well. So you're like a dream entity? A sleep paralysis demon? Something like that. I'll explain it. I explained it too many times already. And it's annoying. Stick to that inspiration. Crap, this can't be getting weirder. And if you're gonna want to kill me, why don't you do it now? First off, it's just not like that. This is art. Crap, my art. Second, I don't have that much strength and freedom in this earthly world, so I can't. But that's where the issue comes in. You were my victim last night, and I couldn't kill you. Why? What do I know? You're the expert. You're expert on your powers, not me. I complained as I was returning to work while serving their order. I saw some girls admiring Freddy's makeup. Wow, your appearance is brutal. I didn't know this cafe was horror-themed. I listened to them chatter and roll my eyes. These days, young people will blank everything. I continue to ignore Freddy and focus on serving the meals, but I notice more orders starting to come in. But you can't blame them, because we're just like them. More and more, everyone talks to and about Freddy. He starts to continue with his lie of the costume, explaining how he did it. What a showman he is. I notice more people joining in to listen to him, but the group also sits down with Chucky. Apparently, he only jokes with insults and people laugh, amused. Do people like this? Well, the drone is a good draw. Maybe I could talk to them and... No. I have to be out of my mind to have those two working for me. A pseudo dream demon and whoever Chucky is. It's crazy. Well, our main character is going to find out what Chucky is. Just when I'm about to give up on my idea, the plastic princess walks into my cafe. You better make my coffee right today, and without any complaints. I did make your coffee right. It's Toy Bug. Beat her up. If you don't like it, you can always go to another coffee shop. Hey, honey, with my influence and money, you should pray for me to become a regular. Otherwise, will never be able to. What ugly creep. Don't diss Freddy at all. just as ugly as you, but your ugliness comes from inside, Blondie. Excuse me? Do you know who I am? Your medium rare beef? Okay, out. Ciao. Out. Don't diss someone because of their appearance. Don't know all the blanks in town, just the older ones. Maybe I know your mother. He did not just say that, and you. I just realized I could probably just say hag. She points at me with her index finger, wrapped in a nylon glove. If you don't kick this old creep out, I swear I'll never set foot here again. Freddy, you're hired. She turns around and clicks her heels against the floor as she walks away. I cannot wait to see what her reaction when we walk up with Freddy in his route. Maybe having those two here is the perfect solution to all my problems. What a nightmare it must be to live in your skin. You put up with people like that on a daily basis? Yep, that's customer service for you. I make a coffee quickly and quietly to serve it to Freddy. Like I don't really have an answer to the question you're asking me earlier. I'm just trying to make a living, but maybe we could figure it out together. You want us to figure out how I could kill you? Pretty much, no. But yes. It goes deeper than that. Just sit back and wait for me to flare up. I'll explain. Freddy grabbed the coffee cup and tried it, without giving a thumbs up, and decided to go sit down. I'll give you a chance, but only because you make excellent coffee. I let him go and get to work. The orders keep coming. Even Carrie had to help me. Chucky and Freddy didn't leave. They seemed pleased with the attention and scaring a few people. I took charge of collecting the money and making sure the coffee kept coming to the customers. By the time I realized it was already time to close. There was a nice twilight on the horizon. I closed the doors and took 2 pastries, serving them both. Just a warning to you. If they're poison, you're just adding more flavor. Rat poison doesn't work on me. Yeah, because you're not actually, well, you're just taking my spirit in a doll. No, nothing like that. You brought customers in of a serial killer. No, nothing like that. You brought customers in. It's a thank you gift. Oh, then I accept. I never say no to free candy. And you just look, and there's a white van with free candy. It's like, yeah, I could tell. Then he puts the cake in his mouth, savoring it. At least I know he likes my baking. I've been checking out how you've been around today, and the attention you've drawn to the cafe. And actually, I have a proposition for you. They both fixed their attention on me. I'm offering you a job. They both start laughing out loud. I sigh, roll my eyes, but just let them finish, without moving from there. You want us to work for a salary in your miracle cafe? Oh, please, sweetheart. That's the stupidest crap I've heard in years. Yeah, I don't care about charity for the disabled. And like the old man, I do have my body. And it's in perfect working order. Chucky, are you delusional? Are you delulu? Because no. Wouldn't bet on that, Dolly. Why did why did you come up with such a crazy idea? Well, because you gave Cal a piece of her medicine. I've never had so many customers before. I guess the dark appearance of the cafe and your presence made people think that you were a part of a themed cafe. It's just that I'm adorable. They can't help but adore my pretty face. They were looking at me when they came in. The point is, I need this. I don't care if you say no. It seems you made your choice. Look, maybe I can help you. But tell me, why are you doing this? I already told you that I wanted to kill you. So why keep me by your side? Well, I'm gonna choose disgusting amount of money. Money, that's all I want. Do you know how much crap I have had to live through these past few years. I did something horrible. I ended up in prison. I'm brought a bankrupt cafe. I just want my well-being. I don't ask for anything. I don't ask for anything else. I want economic stability. I want to be well. I don't want another low-paying job just with a crappy boss. You know what? I don't give a damn if you want to help me or not. I'll do it with or without your weird butt running around my business. I just let out a sigh after laying out all the crap I was carrying on me. I noticed Carrie was surprised, and the other two were amused. Oh, well, I appreciate the honesty. I dig it. Totally get your point. Got your point. But you think a cafe full of freaks will get you that? That's the plan. I don't know if working in a cafe is something I've always dreamed of, but I still want to know about what happened last night. I'll stay and help you. Who knows? Maybe I'll have fun in the process. Don't know if that's a good sign, but I'm going to ignore it. What do you think? I watched Chucky eat his muffin without paying much attention. I'll pass. It sounds like a load of crap. I won't work minimum wage. And actually, I was planning on paying you just for insulting the customers. Now that's something completely different. I'm interested. Of course you are. Okay, now that everything's settled, you can go. I have several people in mind who can also work here. Come back tomorrow and we can get started right away. See you tomorrow, sweetie. You might want to have more sweets and desserts when I get back. Of course. Both figures stood up and walked down, taking a talk about something, or arguing. I really didn't pay more attention to them. Are you sure about this? They don't look very trustworthy. No, they'll probably stab us in the back, but it'll be fine. You're afraid of them? No, not really. I got my ways of taking care of myself. What about you? Me too, Carrie. Don't worry about me. I'm sure of what I'm doing. Go home, rest, see you tomorrow. Carrie doesn't look convinced. However, she thinks for a few seconds and smiles, finally nodding and taking her things to leave. I, on her hand, go out with the sun setting on the horizon. There's still daylight, so I should hurry. My experience in town has shown me that it's not safe to stay after dark. Which I still do. Along the way, I think about the people I met in this strange city. Frey and Chucky will do a good job, but they can't do it alone. I have some very curious neighbors. To be honest, some of them could be useful. Michael looks scary. Maybe it would be a good idea to talk to him about the cafe. I can't think of anyone better. However, Jack, my landlord, worries me more. For some reason, I don't understand yet. Oh, we'll find out. We'll definitely find out more about him. I have to avoid talking to him unless strictly necessary. Sadly, night fell quickly. I entered the building and looked for Michael's apartment. I remembered that his sister Lori told me where to look for her. I cleared my throat for courage and knock on the door with my knuckles. I wait for someone to come, and I hear heavy footsteps, and the door opens. Michael's enormous figure stands in front of me. His intimidating pose, with arms crossed, he seems to be waiting for me to say something. Oh, howdy, neighbor. I struggle to speak for a moment. His gaze bursts into me like knives. What a intimidating presence. I came here because, looking for someone with a special profile for my cafe. A striking profile. Crap, I don't even know what I'm saying. It doesn't move an inch. Does this guy even breathe? Well, only if you're interested. I need staff. Staff? Are you offering my brother a job? I'm starting to regret it. I think I'm annoying them. His sister has a similar presence to him. What a main pair. Just idea. I don't want to be evasive. Are you kidding? That's a great news. Do you know how hard it is for him to get a job? Especially after what he's done? Especially because of Halloween. Michael's a great handyman. He could help you with whatever you need. I haven't said yes yet. I'm amazed when I hear him speak. He does it so little I forget he could do it. Are you serious? You gotta stop working for Mr. Terrence. How much is the pay? I tell him the details of the schedule, pay, and duties. Michael seems more interested in how he nowadays formed. That sounds like a good idea. Come on, Michael. She'll pay you more than Mr. Torrance in 2 weeks. Fine. Great. Oh, it's your first serious job. Amazing. Thank you so much, Wyan. Thank you. Come to this address tomorrow morning. I give the information to both of them and say goodbye. Michael was the first to go back to his house. I hope he's not in a bad mood tomorrow because of Lori's presence. Pressure. However, I can't waste any more time. I focus on the next one. I hope to find him there, so I head back into town. On my way to the supermarket, it's still relatively early, so there's are people around. I start looking around, but I don't see the guy from before. I walk over, but quickly notice the nearby houses across the street. There's a guy from before, the one who spoke sign language. I see him sitting alone reading something, so I approach him carefully. Hey. Great introduction. It sounds like I'm drank booze before speaking. I notice him looking up and focus on me. Unlike Michael, he's just big but not intimidating. He's kind of intimidating. At least I don't feel like he's piercing my soul with his stare. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the person from last night. I shared my chocolate with you. He makes a gesture with his hands, gesturing until he forms the phrase, yes, of course, I remember you, in sign language. Thank you for the prison classes for saving me once again. Oh, excellent. Well, I own a cafe 2 blocks from here. I was looking for people to work with. I think you're pretty interesting, and your appearance fits what we're looking for. It's a horror-themed cafe, so to speak. More precisely, a slasher-themed cafe. He looks at himself. He seems a little confused. Oh, no. I didn't mean any harm. It's a good thing. I need people like you. Do you have any skills? He gestures again. I'm good at making coffee. With a curious coincidence. He doesn't seem offended. In fact, I think he might be interested, so I could see explaining. Well, I didn't expect that, but it's a nice surprise. Look, this is a job information. Come tomorrow as a trial day. He glances at the paper, then looks at me. He moves his hand. I'll talk to my mom about it. Okay, I'll take that as a maybe. What's your name? He signs again. I'm Jason Voorhees. Jason, okay. Well, I hope we'll see you tomorrow at the cafe. You're more than welcome. I said goodbye to the big guy. He looks a bit surprised. He kept looking at the paper and then at me. I have only one person left, and I don't know where he could be. Maybe he's the last place I saw him. He's probably in the alley. That reminds me clearly of the way I met him. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to do that. The guy cornered me with weird questions. It's like, it's not that weird. It'll be weirder if you started on the phone. And send over he's gonna guess like a fish and want to see our insides. But it's not like I have any other options, so I head back home with the intention of stopping by that place. I seem to have summoned him by thinking about it, because I quickly find him leaning against the poster on the wall. I almost passed him by the last minute change of mind. Oh, great. Leaving so soon? What is it today? My favorite horror series? Which one is it? Well, Supernatural. I like The Mist. Stephen King, classic. But no, I saw that what you were doing. It's kind of dangerous to have so many lunatics in one place, you know. It could be worse. Well, Jason Michael, don't seem late. How do you know that? Have you been following me all day? He pulls out a camera and takes a photo of me. I feel a chill. Something tells me that he does this gesture very often. without his photo subjects knowing it. Alright, I'm out. I walked past him to continue walking. I knew this was an awful idea. Oh, come on, aren't you going to ask me if I want to work at your cafe? Sorry, I don't like stalkers. No translation. I love stalkers. I love yanderes. He's not willing to let me go easily, apparently. He starts following me and walks beside me. But this one's clearly not a yandere. Come on, I could help you. I know how to handle advertisements, believe me. I'm great at getting attention. But if it's Cindy Prescott, then he'll be yandere. Not really. I haven't noticed you all day. Aw, thanks. Not a compliment. You want to work with me? Just to harass me more? He makes a maybe gesture with his hands shamelessly. Forget. I don't even know your name. I'm Ghostface. That's not a name, it's a nickname. It's my name. There's no other. I'm not gonna put that in a contract. Oh, is that what you need? Well, my name's Billy Mosher. Okay, so in his route, he would call himself, and the next day, he will go and put every single Ghostface's, origins. So, Billy, Stu right here, and then, he mentions Roman. That's your real name or a fake one? Look, I'll be honest with you, it's not. I'm just serious when I say that my name is really Ghostface. Listen carefully. Do you want to work for me? Well, you're not gonna harass me anymore. I need someone focused on the job, not obsessing over random people they just met. He crosses his arms, looking from side to side. For a few minutes, he seems to think seriously about it. Finally, reaches out his hand to seal the deal. Deal. I glance at him briefly, debating whether to accept or not. But it's true. I really need someone in charge of social media. If he knows, I'm out of options. I also extend my hand and shake it. The shake his. Alright, come early tomorrow morning. Great, see you there, YN. He makes a side gesture and says goodbye. Not before giving me an invasive slap on the back of my head. I let a surprised gasp and go to shout at him, but he's already moved away. I'm left with this insult at the tip of my tongue and my fist in the air as if I were fighting against the breeze. He'll definitely regret this. As soon as he shows his mask at the cafe, he'll hear from me. Dumbass. I continue on my way home. I think those 5 will be more than enough. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. It doesn't look like the master plan to raise money, especially with such eccentric people. Freddy spiffly said he couldn't kill me in my dreams. Chucky is just annoying. No, he's not annoying. He's adorable. I don't know anything about Michael or Jason, but something tells me that the two of them aren't exactly ordinary men. They have a strange aura. Ghostface, he's the normal one of the bunch. Maybe it's just not that much of a problem for me, but maybe I should have thought about Carrie. Well, she seems calm in the presence of those two. Should be more calm with Ghostface, honestly. He's literally the normal. She told me she could take care of herself, but I'll be keeping an eye on her anyway. I end up arriving at my apartment with my head still full of thoughts, barely even realize I'm here already. I sigh a little tired. It's already late. I walk towards the door. Now I see that guy, the customer. I think his name was Ash. But if it isn't my favorite barista. Oh, it's you. Do you live here? No, I noticed the guy at your cafe and the others you were talking to throughout the day. Also stalking me. There we have a stalker. This is starting to become a running gag. And I hired him. A short answer, yes. Long answer, I noticed that you were looking for them on purpose and wanted to take care of you. I said I didn't want to lose my favorite barista. That's why I gave you that talisman. The what? Oh, right. The finger? Yeah, it's a saint's finger. Don't know which one. But apparently the thing is that But the important thing is that it protects you from evil entities. That's all. They're evil entities. That's just sick enough. Evil entities like Freddy. Yes, the dream demon is dangerous, but that will suffice for now. Wait, is that why he couldn't kill me last night in the dream? Yeah, exactly. You're starting to get it. Wow. Well, I wouldn't believe you if it weren't for everything I've seen today. Have you noticed the strange things that happen around here? I came to investigate, to find out why so many evil has gathered in this place. There's a convention, that's what happened. Truth to be sold, you helped me a lot by doing this. Doing what? Putting some freaks to work for minimum wage? No, more than that. They'll be busy, and with your talisman, they'll do what you say in a certain way. They won't show it, but you'll be able to have it your way with them. Like it for dolls. Yeah, can't tame them like circus beasts and force them to do what you tell them, but you can convince them, like you're having a bonus on charisma, so to speak. So it's like a Dungeons and Dragons item? Yes, amazing, right? We'll be playing Skyrim for real life. This is too nerdy to be real. But I don't see what's wrong with them. Apart from Freddy, of course. Maybe Chucky, honestly. Oh, you don't know it? But they're evil beings. At least one of them, all of them except for your neighbor. And Ghostface. To, frankly. Ghostface is literally the normal. He's like the quirkless one. He was only the best for one. And most importantly, they're all murders to a greater or lesser extent. I'm surprised by what he's saying. But to be honest, a part of me isn't that shocked because, well, I guess I expected it. But now I understand why I felt something was wrong. So you want me to keep an eye on a bunch of slashers? Like I say, assassins. No serial killers. Don't worry, it's more about keeping them entertained. They're a bit old and honestly desperate to experience something new. But don't worry, if they try something, my team and I will help you. Your team? Yeah, some brats who helped me a while back with your friends, Jason and Freddy. The point is, I need you to be at the cafe. It'll help me investigate what's going on, maybe even stop more people from being killed. And who knows, maybe you even help them. Well, it's a strange request, but if I can help you, at the same time it's good for me, my cafe, it's a deal. Great, keep my number if you need help with anything. Don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you for caring. I find it a bit hard to thank him because I'm usually the one who has to look out for others, but it's nice that for once in my life someone has my back, even if the reason is because I served them the coffee they like. Don't worry, Wyan, it's my duty. He left me with a smile. I felt like I was in a movie. There was some part of me that wanted to get rid of this. It was too much pressure. I came to this place precisely with the intention of not getting into any more trouble. Then trouble came to us. But there was something inside my head that told me that I can do something important, something good. And date. Something worth taking so much responsibility for. Well, I feel exhaustion all of a sudden, so I go up to my apartment to finally sleep. It's been such a weird day. Chapter 3, First Day of Work. The sun hits my face, surprising me. I don't remember having a nightmare or anything, just falling asleep and waking up. I sat on my bed and relieved after sleeping so much. After checking the time, however, all the drone struck me again. I'm going to be late. I quickly jump out of bed and get dressed, skipping breakfast as I rush out of the apartment. I'll be surprised if they all decide to come. I'm sure I'm counting on Freddy and Chucky, but the rest. I headed downstairs, but I noticed something strange in my neighborhood. turning around before leaving. I see Mr. Torrance. He's closing its storage door. He's back to me instinctively. I look at the door. There's a red trace at the edge of the door. He's feeding it. Good. God, I hope that's paint. It's definitely not paint. Lion, good morning. He greets me as if nothing has happened, and I wouldn't classify his way of acting even near normal. Mr. Torrance, good morning. I'm going out to... Lion. His voice calling my name sends a terrible chill down my spine, instead serious and terrifying. I heard you're hired, your neighbor, Michael. Is that right? Don't turn around to look at him at all. I feel like I can't even move. I don't turn... Is he mad? Worry said Michael used to work with him. Getting paid less than him, maybe he's angry. Is he upset? Worry... Maybe he isn't happy about this. I look over my shoulders and see his expression on his face. It's confusing. I can't tell if he's angry or what. Yeah, I did. Well, we talked and he accepted. A couple of seconds pass, and total silence. He doesn't take his eyes off me. It feels like an eternity. Oh, I'm glad that he's got a job. I used to give him work from time to time. You know, it was always hard for him to get a stable job. Yeah, I've kind of figured with the stabby part. Yeah, I heard about that. The adrenaline left my body. I sighed, allowing all the air that got trapped in my lungs to go away. I'm thinking of buying him and Lori over for some wine, so he could celebrate his first real job. Wait, would you like to join us? You're the one who employed him, after all. I made a small doubtful glimpse, not wanting to get involved in Torrance more than necessary. That was scary, but maybe it'll be better not to be seen as impolite. Yeah, of course. At least for Rory, Michael. We have to protect Michael from Mr. Torrance by all means. Exit tomorrow night at my apartment, then. I'll see you there. Nodding and clicking withdrawal. Dude, this plot twist would make Ash her roommate. I ran a bit too much to get away from the building, feeling my stomach churn. Just what was that? The paint on the door. Was it paint? Was he playing dumb so I wouldn't notice? The fear I felt was weird. I don't feel that way around Freddy, and he's a freaking demon. I mean, everyone else is slashers. Jack is one of those cases where your body just screams danger. I start rushing towards the cafe. Didn't want to be late. We make our own hours. Haven't flipped the open sign yet. But I can't just stand around doing nothing. So I start taking out the products we will use today. I also handled yesterday's accounting and a couple of things I neglected because I was busy chatting so much. Still have 5 papers to organize and several invoices. Damn, bureaucracy. I would be so much happier if I only had to serve coffee. Hearing the sound of the entrance bell, I look up to tell whoever entered that the cafe is open yet. That's when I find the enormous silhouette of Jason. He waves his hands, greeting me in sign language again. Good morning, Ryan. I finally convinced my mom to let me work here. That's great. I knew I could count on you. Apparently he likes being told that kind of thing. I could see he's happy about being seen as liable. He starts talking again, but my mom wants to know how I'm doing, so she'll show up from time to time. It will make her happy. The comment makes me raise an eyebrow. Jason's definitely a big boy, but well, I decide not to talk about it. Just hope his mom doesn't want an employee discount. I'm being serious. Would I say, if Pamela wants an employee discount, You better give her a boy discount. Because she is the definition of mama bear. Of course. I'm sure she's lovely. She's always be welcome here. Now, can you please repeat what you're good at? I mean, she is the most layable slasher. Period. He stops to think for a minute before telling me, I'm great at making coffee, any kind of coffee. I even know how to make foam decorations, but they're not very elaborate. I also know how to make pastries and enjoy gardening. I look at him in disbelief, whistling. Wow, I just hit the jackpot with this guy. He said you know how to make coffee, but a espresso machine is kind of different from a regular coffee maker. Jason nods, I know. Ma has an espresso machine. It took all he needed, and I saw him prepare a very well-made cup as if using the machine was the most natural thing in the world. I'm also surprised. Although he looks big and rough, his hands were skillful and delicate. And just like that, in front of me was a cup of coffee with extra foam, with a cute bear made of said foam. How pretty! I took the coffee and gave it a sip. It was perfect, cappuccino with extra cream. It tastes so good because of the cream. Damn, it's great coffee, even better than mine. Where did you learn to do this? Jason seems flattered. Ma is very good at a lot of things. She taught me how to cook and to make coffee. I see your mother's a skilled woman. I learned many things in jail, but I can't make a coffee this good. Jail? Crap, I said too much. Oh, nothing. Don't worry. Get the stuff in the storage room and put it in the shelf, please. I could change the topic. He seems doubtful, but went to the storage anyway. I will not speak about my time behind bars, no matter if he or not. I don't like being an open person. It's not something to brag about. Still, I look down at the coffee and wonder if this giant teddy bear seriously is a dangerous killer. With all the talk about his mom and the delicacy of his actions, he seems so gentle. He's a cinnamon roll. The bell rang once again, bringing me back to reality. As I turn, I see Carrie looking a bit agitated. I'm sorry, We're not open yet, Carrie, don't worry. You're right on time. Relax a bit and set the tables. You can still get your punctuality bonus. Oh, sorry. I thought it was later than usual. Thank you. It is. We were late, too. Carrie goes to the storage room to leave her stuff. That's when I hear scream. That's okay. That's Jason, our new bartender. He's friendly when he's not trying to stab people. But that's only if they attack him. At least, that's what he says. I shout from the bar, hearing a faint, "It's okay," from where she is. I should have told her about the others. I just had so much in my mind. And once again, the bell rang. It was my neighbor Michael, inspecting his surroundings. Oh, Michael, you actually came. I'm glad. Well, already told me you're good with bears. He just nods. Quiet as always. Well, I brought the place with a couple flaws, mainly in the bathroom. He raises a hand, making me realize he's carrying a worn-out toolbox case. I'll take a look. Ah, sure, thanks. I look closely as he goes to the back of the cafe. This time he doesn't have to have his gaze fixed. He starts looking around, mostly automatically. I can see he knows what he's doing. I hear voices coming from outside. Stranger Freddy and Chucky came as they left. Pretty sure they're roommates at this point. I see. I told you wouldn't be early. What the frick? The sun just appeared. What a bunch of kids. It's like, what? You're not an early person? Guess I'll open. Jason's here already. Jason? Yeah, totally not Jason. Jason Worries. It's definitely Jason Todd. Before I open am able to answer Freddy. Jason left the supply room with everything. He's like, no, I have flashbacks. He slowly looks at Freddy while putting the stuff in the bar. I can feel his irritation in the way his fingers move. You brought this butthole? You guys know each other? I'm confused, but then I remember my talk with Ash. He said he dealt with both before. Long story. Yeah, I want to know all about it. I feel my heart drop when I hear a voice right next to me. I know it's like a comic on with Ash, but it's actually a movie for when they fought Char. I feel my heart drop when I hear a voice right beside me, next to me. Oh yeah, these two despise each other. What the frick? Where did you come from? I never left. Got so excited for the job I ended up sleeping here. Did he pick a lock? I really want to know if he broke a glass and then we have to fix it and it comes out of his paycheck, or if he picked a lock. Does he even have a home? No, he sleeps in our. It probably sleeps under our window. An idiot dressed like up as a stab killer. And where did you get that bad-mouthed doll? Oh, I'll show you, you little. No fighting. Chucky ran full speed at Ghostface, who took out his hunting knife. Well, because we're gonna have Chucky, we're gonna have to see that scene again. Get away from them. I get out of the way quickly. Watch as Chucky rushes to Ghostface like a cartoon. He gets on top of Ghostface, trying to stab him, while holding his hand with the knife. Ghostface seems to be trying to do the same. Are these two seriously killers? They look like children. You really want to fight me with this body? You're not even that strong. I don't think that matters to him. I don't need strength, you butthole. You crap face butthole. I'll take you. In a fight or in bed. Can it be both? I'll rip I'll rip your goddamn heart out. Alright, that's enough. I get behind Chucky and lift him up. His weight makes it that easy enough for me to do. Behave, you're both adults, I guess. It's like, no. Like, yeah, technically you are both adults. But he is in a doll body, so we'll caution him. I get them both away from each other. We'd have to ID him, at least. I get them both away from each other. Point Chucky behind the counter. Well, now that this is solved, you're all here, I need to speak with you. Please sit down. I see Michael walk out from the back and quietly take a seat. The rest sit down, a little bit uneasy, except Jason, who seems really calm. Yeah, because he could take them. Oh, well, I know that you're all killers. Freddy was the first one to start cackling. Oh, really? What gave you that impression? Well, do you want a flashback, Freddy? Do you want a flashback? He literally said you wanted to kill me. I wasn't talking about you, Freddy. That's obvious after what happened. I'm talking about the rest of you. And because you literally had a beef with Jason, and you already confirmed it. How did you know that? And he's your roommate. His tone is stonic as usual, but I could detect a hint of discomfort in his voice. Well, some of you don't hide it so well. Yes, I'm talking about you two. Hey, wearing a stab mask and carrying a knife doesn't make me a slasher. But yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. It's like the only one who's hiding it right now is technically Michael. Whatever. The point is, I won't say a word about it. All I want is for the cafe to thrive. That means I'll need you to obey a single rule. You cannot kill anyone inside the cafe or within a 1 kilometer radius. Understood? What you do on your own time is none of my business. I could see Chucky raise his hand. There are 2 rules. Forgot the second one. I don't want anyone to even come near Carrie. Relax, I'm not one to mess with that kind of person. Yeah, because she could quote stop you. And that means I see clearly, I've said clearly offended. Haven't you noticed yet? I guess I'll let you have a surprise then. Okay. Luckily, Carrie didn't hear us. She was just leaving the storage room with some cups and glasses. Wow, that's a lot of a place. I know what you mean, a bunch of weirdos. Don't worry, half of them are in costumes. He's not in a costume. He's just possessed. Awesome. I love the stab movies. Yeah, I like this one already. I love how it's called Stab after the movie in the movie. Well, now that you're all understood the rules, we have some work to do. It's time for a little remodeling. They all start working immediately, so I start thinking about what to buy and how to decor. Thinking about what I should bring. It would be good to have extra help. I should ask. Okay, it's gonna be Chucky, and then next playthrough we're gonna do Freddy. Chucky. I could see Chucky in one of the armchairs at the back and glimpse at him. I'm paying that doll to act like a jerk the whole day. After making my decision, I get closer to him. Chucky? What do you want now? Will you please go to Spirit Howling with me? I need to get some new decorations. Oh, even said please. How polite. Don't even think I'm getting up from here, let alone run errands for you. I feel tempted to pick him up and carry him there, but the butthole is obviously armed and dangerous. I like it though. Still, I'm gonna need some help. So, in order to convince him, well, I'll try something. I'll bring you whatever you want on the way there. I'll buy you whatever you want on the way there. He jumps up in a moment. I realize finish my sentence. Excellent, because I saw some sweet switchblades at the mall. Of course he would. I instantly regret this. I'll just give him the weapons. It's not like it's gonna bite us in the butt. He's not gonna kill us. I grab my things and walk to the exit with Chucky, telling Carrie what to do. I'm not there. Chucky groaned while hurling me up. Oh, so now he's interested? Yeah, because it's switchblades. I finally leave the coffee shop with him next to me. It still seems strange to me, seeing a doll out there, talking like this. Ash said all the new hires are killers. Even this doll? Well, even this doll. Did you see how he tried to kill Ghostface? Maybe it's just the result of some bizarre malfunction. Yeah, it's not a malfunction. Now that I remember, wasn't there a scandal involving a good guy doll back in the 90s? Well, how could anyone know? Back then, most information was only transmitted by word of mouth. Pretty sure we also had an internet back then too. Like in the 80s. I think the first one was 89. To Hawaiian. Are you deaf or something? I was having such a good time with all the silence. What do you want now? I'll get your damn knives, nothing else. As if I want a cheap sugar mommy like you anyway. You can barely keep a business afloat. Then what the heck do you want? Oh, Touchy. Look. Tell me about yourself, okay? Since you're my boss and all. There's not much to say. Inverted, dark circles under your eyes. That could be grocery bags, bad attitude, something hit you hard over the years. Maybe a lot of things. He's being Sherlock Holmes right here. And you're a cheeky brat. How do you know all this? How do you know this much? Deductive reasoning. I know a lot of things I know a lot of people like you. Normally, I'm the one freaking freaking up their lives. That's always the least surprising thing I think about you so far. You could easily win the title of most annoying guy in the world. No, that's probably Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Thank you. Now then, where are you going for this stupid shopping trip? I said Spirit Halloween, right? I told you 20 minutes ago, Spirit Halloween. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I love that place. I go there with Tiffany every Halloween for decorations. Your girlfriend? My ex. She became unbearable, but to the point of exhaustion. So you killed her? Nah, she's hard to kill as me. As hard to kill as me, because of reasons. Hard? Before he can answer, he marches ahead towards the massive store looming in front of us. I heard him throwing insults over his shoulders, calling me a slowpoke, grumbling about how the sooner you get this over with, the better. I groaned, rolled my eyes. His attitude matched his spoiled brat face. I started walking towards him, but something unsettled me as I crossed the parking lot. I noticed a familiar face following me. I'd seen the guy on the street before, but hadn't given it much importance. Now, however, seeing him follow me for the store, I feel restless. I glance over my shoulder. I catch him staring. My cookie averts his eyes when he sees me looking. I grab the pocket knife in my coat, a reflex built from years of paranoia, and keep following Chucky. I look around for Chucky and spot him examining the mask. I grab a shopping cart on my way over to him. He's inspecting some masks I generally don't recognize, though they look vaguely familiar. Because they're everyone. Don't think you need one. You're right. I like it when the last thing my victim sees is my beautiful face. I'm starting to get worried about the spontaneity of your murderous intent. What is it supposed to be? A malfunctioning defect? What? Do I look like a Megan? I have class. This doll was possessed through voodoo. Yes, of course. That makes so much sense. It does, because that's what happened. You never heard of Charles Lee Ray? Sure, he was a serial killer from... It following clicks, the nickname, the ridiculous good guy doll, the maniacal smile. What the frick? You're Charles Lee Ray? I feel a mix of fear and wonder. When I hear the truth, of course he had been officially declared dead after the chase at the toy store. After that, there was so many theories about him and the good guy dolls. But in the end, they were only conspiracy theories. Oh no, they were not conspiracy theories. They're all true. Do you look surprised? You do look surprised. I say that you know a bit about murders. What? Are you one of those weirdos that get aroused by them? No way. But when I was young, I liked to listen to podcasts about them. I listened to one about you once, but they only talked about your life and your death, not about this. I'd like to ask more, but this week has been weird. Oh yeah, when I was corn at the toy store, I took a good guy doll and transferred my soul there. The rest is history. And do you pass your soul into a good guy 2.0? Look at his body. Carrie said these new good guy dolls have been announced 5 years ago as a retro release. After the company Funky, expert in modern toys, released a viral android called Megan. Although now that I remember it, they also kept a conversation about that. Yeah. Oh, Megan's around too. Does she doing the weird dance while killing people? I saw that. I remembered that in the trailer. Yes. I didn't think they would release more good guy dolls. Good guy toys. They became quite covered, although there is a advantage in the fact that good guy androids are now everywhere in the country. No one will suspect if one starts killing. If one started killing, they wouldn't think about Charles Lee Ray, just about the evil AI killing. Could play from. Don't ruin my fun. I start walking around the store and meditating on the idea of having such a killer in my cafe. Charles was known for being intelligent, manipulative, and ruthless. Ash said they would be calm as long as I had the amulet. I'm still worried though. Maybe I could question him about the killings. Well, it's not every day I have someone presumed dead in front of me. Can I ask some things? Technically, would Jason be the only one that doesn't want to kill us? Period. Because we met before we met Ash. I don't give interviews, but since you're so crazy about me, I'll make it a section. What do you like about killing? What do you like so much about killing? Do you really want to know? I can get graphic. No, avoid that. What I'm asking is why you do it. After all, you always have to watch your back. He always after you, trying to stop you. Am I wrong? In the end, you die in a police chase. Thanks for the reminder. Well, honestly, the part doesn't bother me. Wait, seriously? Did you ever want to lay low? Have a family, children? Go to the beach? I can have all that and still kill. Funny enough, I do. Actually, yeah, I think there's actually some that serial killers that do. You have a family? I shout in surprise. I can't imagine this guy going to the hospital with his wife for the birth. Well, that should have been happened when he was still human. Now that I remember it, he was actually pretty hot. Yeah, I had 2 kids. Tiffany, my ex. Right, you mentioned her and how hard she is to kill. Yeah, she was a beautiful girl, but I grew tired of her complaints and family demands. It was unbearable. And you won some adventure, killing, well, on the road. Yeah, you got me. Well, I guess getting lost on the open road and not having to think about anyone else does sound nice. I know I'm thinking about what he said. Chucky seems incredibly resolute about his lifestyle and his choices. At this point, I really need to watch what he does around me and everyone else. In many ways, he's far more dangerous than the rest. Charles is the only one who was a genuine professional hitman who left a real mark on history. Well, Freddy's debatable too. Either way, he was even more dangerous killer than the others. Charles is the only one who is genuinely a hitman and left a mark on his history. I look around and don't see anyone. The store is almost entirely empty except for a few shoppers, some goths, some people getting sweets or preparing for parties. I didn't even know there's sweets in Spirit Halloween. What is it? Someone's been following us for a while. When he said that, I remember the weird guy with the hood who entered the store with us. And I noticed he has been around us for a while, so he was following us. Maybe it's Ghostface. No, if it was him, we wouldn't have noticed. Chucky starts walking down the aisle and seems to get lost amongst the shelves. I wanted to tell him something, but couldn't find him again. He sure is slippery. I grimped looking at the aisles to find him. I decided to turn around, thinking that maybe he'll come out of the other side of the aisle. And so I bump into the shopping cart, into someone. A strong smell of stale cigarettes hits me. Excuse me, It's the guy from the entrance. I feel a strong shiver down my spine when I see his face. A fixed, lost stare. I don't get a good look when I entered, but his dress is as if he wants to go unnoticed. When I look down, I notice his shirt is Charles. His jacket has a symbol of the killer from the 70s and has a keychain resembling a good guy doll. Good guy toy. Oh god, no. I'm sorry, my mistake. I squeeze the cart's handles tightly and try to avoid him. I will not have to talk to someone like that. But his hand stopped my cart forcefully. He smiles at me. I'm going to have to ask you to let me go. I really like your coffee shop. That's not what I asked for. All my awards go off terribly. Yeah, well, if you could just. I saw one of the new good guy animations at your shop. How much for him? I don't like where it's going. I'm glimpsed in disgust at the smell radiating off him. It's nauseating. So well, I don't understand where you want to go. The doll. I want to buy it. What do you not get about it, dumbass? I overcome my fear by forcibly making him let go of my cart, staring at him angrily. Firstly, I advise you that if you want to buy something from me, you should begin with addressing me respectfully. And secondly, why so much interest? They sell a lot for those. Yeah, they're expensive, but it doesn't mean I'll be selling it to you any cheaper, even less if I notice that you are desperate. Let's out a nervous, desperate little laugh, waving his hand if he's telling me to calm down. I'm a collector, and I'm really passionate about serial killers. You know, Charles was a huge idol in our community. The good guy dolls are linked to him. They say he owned one. Well, his spirit's in one. Or was in one. Now it's Dalmatian. I think about what he said and remember the podcast I listened to. It itself, I never really knew about the legend. To me, they were just rumors. Well, it's just a doll. It's not actually possessed. Yes, I know. But the one you have is special. He talks like him. He has a scar that no other doll has. May I ask you where you get a guy from? I'm gonna lie. Why? I decorated it like this. The cafe is horror themed. I thought it would be cool. The doll was from a niece. His expression shifts instantly, looking visibly furious. Do I look stupid? I've been following that doll for a long time. Hey, calm down, just... Before I could talk, I feel intense pain in my chest. I cough in surprise, and blood coming from my mouth. Everything feels cloudy. I hear a voice calling me as I fall. My breathing starts to fail, and I can feel the blood in my lungs painfully leave. Lion! Secret ending. His biggest fan. Tell the truth. I look at the guy with disgust. Better not to try my luck now, because we would die. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, he just showed up at my cafe. I told him he could stay, and he stayed. So what? He came in and ordered some caramel macchiato? Yeah, how do you know? I feel terribly nauseous. My expression doesn't hide it a bit. Your point is? Oh yeah, buy it. I'd like to buy that good guy doll from you. Like I am up and down with dissimulation, thinking well about what to do. I can make easy money off him, and Chucky would still keep going whenever he wants. But the guy is a weirdo. Morally, I wouldn't feel right selling whatever Charles is. Say you're only selling if he tells you what he'll do to the doll. The guy makes my hair stand out on end. I want him to leave. Maybe I'll stab him and say he friended me and try to attack first. I just try to distract the guy while I think of a way to leave without him trying anything. Well, I could sell the doll for a high price, but you have to tell me what you do with it. What are you talking about? It'll only be part of the collection. I don't think so. He sounds way to the side. The look on his face tells me that he's clearly lying. I'm not stupid. Say it or I won't sell it to you. Fine. Of course, it'll be part of the collection, but good guys are toys, you know. Some people sell them on the black market, modified, but yours looks like a lot like a Charles Lee Way. I feel sick listening to his voice, modified on the black market. What are you doing to these dolls? They look like little kids. I mean, Charles doesn't, maybe because of the voodoo magic, but he's way taller than the average doll. Looks more human and adult. What do you mean by toys? You don't look like you want to talk about my private affairs. The nausea increases, and I hold the knife in my pocket. I'm about to take it out when I hear Chucky arriving. What's the matter? You done with the damn decorations or what? I saw I lose my grip. This guy wants to buy you. I was expecting a complaint from Chucky, trying to refuse, but instead... Oh yeah? How much for me? What? $2,000. The guy looks even more excited. Chucky starts playing with the spinders as overalls. Oh, just that? Don't you love me? Ah, no, my dear Charles. I love you. Of course I'll pay more. Wait, are you crazy? I grab Chucky by the forearm and pull him next to me. This time, he complains, annoyed. You can't just accept selling yourself out and going away with a frickin' stranger. What the frick do you care, crapface? That's my problem. Plus, you didn't seem very upset about accepting the money, did you? Well, we did. I was surprised to hear that. He was listening to the whole time. He let go of my grip and walks up to the stalker. The man holds Chucky's hand. Charles seems to be hiding something. I'll pay anything for you. Email to have Charles Lee raid with me. I can't stop him in time. Charles presses a knife into the guy's neck, and point sticks out on the other side. I can hear the metal separating the bones, and then punches it forward. Well, he definitely did kill him. This is a different timeline. I hold my mouth shut to avoid screaming or vomiting. I look to the sides and don't see anyone. Charles pulls the knife out of his neck, and the flood of blood gushes onto the floor and his clothes. I can hear him laughing in amusement. Why frick, Charles? What, the fricker wanted to stab you? Although I should have let him kill you, piece of crap. The way he walks towards me, holding the knife, makes his intentions clear. He's gonna kill me. Of course, he's gonna be the one that kills us. Everyone else doesn't. No, wait, Charles. Wasn't gonna sell you. It's easy to say that when you have a knife near your neck, huh? No, really, I was just buying some time. It's not what you think. Save your excuses for saying. I start running before he does anything to me. But soon I get to the corner of the aisle. I can feel a strong sting in my back, making me groan and cause me to fall in pain. My legs tremble and hardly respond to me. The pain is unbearable, but it only stays in the upper part of my body. The knife has pierced my spine. I can't walk. I crawl, moaning. Every movement is more and more painful. I could feel a knife edge ripping the flesh and bones of my back. I hear Charles' footsteps behind me. He jumps and lands right in front of my face. I look up in pain and see his cynical smile, and then I notice they hold up a bat with nails in his hands. Where did he get the bat? Where the frick did he hide that? In his back pocket. And I think was starting to like you. How sad. I try to scream, but he hits my head hard. I feel the nails piercing my skull and leave me almost immobilized by this strong blow. They hits me again and again and again. My sight fills with blood, and my skull deforms in a pile of brains and exposed mucus. I let go of my life slowly and painfully. Ending. Don't play with Chucky. Well, now we know that if we do this, we're gonna die. Say he's not for sale. I think about it for a bit. No, as much as it'll be a fraudulent sale for me to come up on top. Chucky's still a person, or something like that. It's wrong to want to sell him. And to be honest, he would get upset and make me pay for it. Oh, he definitely would. And the truth is, he'd be furious and definitely make me pay for it later. but my gut tells me this guy isn't going to take no for an answer. I put both hands in my pocket and shake my head slightly. I don't think I can do that. He brings so much, brings in a lot of customers and is a great addition. I pray for Chucky not to listen, but the guy in front of me is starting to get impatient, upset. I beg you to reconsider. He takes a step towards me, and I take a step back. And I beg you to understand, I'm not selling him. He seems even more annoyed, and I notice him moving his hands in a strange way. I'm about to grip the knife in my pocket, but I hear a voice I never thought would appreciate. What the heck is all this what's all the racket over here? I want my stupid switchblade YN. The guy's expression changed radically. He seems very calmer when he sees the doll. Chucky, it's just a weirdo. He wants to buy you. Buy, and how much is he offering? I'm not planning on selling you. Come on, what's the problem? We can get some cash out of it. That voice, it's a legend. Really true? Are you Charles Lee Ray? The one and only. Well, sort of. Oh god, the guy is in the forum won't believe me. I can't buy you, but would you sign my hat? An autograph? That's infernal. I have a better idea. I hear the maybe 40-year-old wow, a equivalent of a teenage screech at a K-pop concert when Chucky pulls out a small pocket knife out of his clothes, reaching out for him. Then the disgustingly aroused guy approaches with his bare arm to Chucky, who signs his name in his arm. A word painful and somewhat bloody scene, as Chucky isn't specifically careful when it comes to using a knife. The man tries to complain a little as possible, but I think that's what Chucky wants him to do. By the time he's halfway through his name, the stalker always seems less sore and more. I better look somewhere else now. Oh yeah. By the time he finishes, the guy walks away, looking disturbingly happy and beaming. Holy cow. Holy crap, I think he's almost pitched a tent. I think he did pitch a tent. He did. And they call me crazy. Well, I haven't meant it was funny. And well, he didn't sell me. Wasn't that noble? You're my employee, not my property. Let's get that straight. And you're adorable. I'm surprised you didn't go stab him again. Is that right? And what if I was your property? Would you have sold me then? No. I could tell he's trying to bait me into saying something horrible. Something that drags me down to his level. Allow a little chuckle and take a dangerous step towards him. He freezes and I pin him against a shelving rack. He could easily escape, of course, but seems he's never been put in a situation like this before. No, even if I saw you as an object and wouldn't have sold you. You know, I've heard that you can customize those new Goo Guy dolls however you want. Chucky gulps, his anger visibly sparking. What the heck got into you? Don't talk to me. I grab his face, covering his mouth. He lets out a muffled squeal, but doesn't fight back. Is he enjoying this? I think with the blush he definitely is. I'm so sick of your constant yapping, you know. You can shut up and put that mouth to better use. I bet if I tied you up to bed, you wouldn't put it up if I all. I'm gonna take a guess that someone's favorite was Chucky. We have literally 3 endings for him. In a span of this day, just technically 4. Because if you count the bad end of number 1. Chucky. No one else has only has 1 or 2 endings so far. Charles startles back at me with a mix of annoyance, malevolence, and raw obedience. A combination I find far too pleasing. I can feel him shifting restlessly, his plastic face somewhat flushed in a desperate shade of red. What's wrong? Do you like it when I hold you like this? Charles, is the great Charles Lee Ray just a helpless little bottom? Right now, I think he is. That seems to only take him off, and I feel his teeth sink into my hand and immediately yank it back with a sharp hiss of pain. Though if he really wanted to, he could have actually hurt me. Crap! If you're like that, deal with it yourself. Keep me out of your bull crap. Oh, soft laugh, seeing him like this. The blush hasn't faded from his cheeks. He still hasn't backed away. His head is tucked docilely between his shoulders. I'm just messing with you. I wanted to see how you react. You don't look all that mad, though. You want to see me mad? I'll rip your frickin' guts out if you play games with me. Oh, we know. We know. You would. With a baseball bat with nails. Funny, hearing that from a doll who's literally a toy. Relax, Charles. You don't have to be embarrassed. If you ever want me to pin you down and talk dirty again, I can easily arrange it. Wait, we have some fun. That's just some fun. Oh, shut up. You're not all that. Crap. You call that dirty talk? You're just frickin' amateur. Yes, we are. I don't drop my smirk as I call my bin hand, offering him a nonchalant shrug. Whatever you say, gorgeous. Let's go then. I stole you those switchblades. You damn well do. And it better be a good one. Especially for what trouble we gave him. I hold back my laughter and take a cart to finish the shopping with Chucky, who from time to time I notice is still blushing. Now that I mention it, how can a doll blush? And where will leave my doubts about Charles for later and leave. I don't want to spend the whole day here. We finally pay for everything and take the boxes with new decorations to the cafe, but not before going to the shop in the town square to get Chucky his damn knives. Well, at least he has earned it this time. We walk for a while in silence until we reach the cafe. I prefer not to talk after the long day. Charles is definitely a hard guy to deal with, although he wasn't all that bad. Although I feel rage lighting up like a dynamite in my head when I get to the coffee shop and see this crappy blonde again. I notice that she's filming the coffee shop, chatting on something that doesn't really interest me at all, but she could be harming the coffee shop. I'm about to leave the boxes on the sidewalk when I notice that Charles isn't by my side anymore. He's running from Chow. He's got a phone in his hand. The fricker's got a cell phone? Whoa, you have lots of followers, huh? Obviously, not anyone can have half a million. Just 500,000, girl. Just 500,000. What do you want? An autograph? I mean, there's literally people that have more than that on YouTube. And I can count that are I don't know how many people. Autograph are they handing out photographs now? I notice how neither the Raja blush nor the layers of makeup can hide her panic and despair when Chucky shows her his phone screen. I managed to see a picture of... What's the matter, see? You don't want your followers to know about your weekends at your daddy's house? Mark, where did you find that? She tries to take Chucky's phone away, but he quickly moves his hand away, preventing her from taking the device. Nah, careful now. We don't want this on social media, huh? He will post it. It'll be worse than Ghostface right here. You can see the porns of the rich girl. She lets out a frustrated groan and waits with what little dig she had left, staring ferociously at me. Okay, we have to find out what happens if we have Freddy now. I quickly move away from her and approach Chucky. Where did you get that? You guys have access to the internet for AI to gather information. I learned a few things and broke some protocols. So now I have a hacking system. Of course you do. Of course you do. I listened with remarkable surprise to what he tells me. I think for a bit and then slam. Okay, if you guys all have AI, he would just hack them and every single AI would be him. How much do you know about me? I can hear an answer, or we can keep being friends. Damn, you consider me a friend. I hope we never become enemies, especially because he would kill us. We finally get inside the shop. I arrive at the cafe, waving the boxes on the floor. Everything is clean. No one is dead, and there are some customers. Everything seems in order. Those who stayed seem to be doing their job. Somewhat surprised, I approach Carrie. She's tending to the cash register without problems. All seems in order. I want to be honest, I thought they'll give you trouble. You mean the new employees? No, they did everything right. She smiles and kind and confident. It's strange to see that Carrie, such a short and thin young woman, managed to control the four mirrors I left. Now that I think about it, shouldn't have done that. Maybe I sank so deep into what I had to do that I didn't think about it very well. I'm glad all this is in place. Call me surprised. I'll definitely make you manager soon. Really? Yeah. I don't have many candidates, and even if I did, you'll be my favorite. Thank you a lot. I look around me, and out of what I expected, it seems that everyone has adapted quickly to their role. The new guys seem to attract a lot of customers with their weirdness. I notice Ghostface taking photos around the place. The mask doesn't seem to block his charisma. A lot of people come to take pictures with him. Jason seems to be cheerful and skilled at making coffee with Gary. People seem to love the art he makes on the cups, taking photos and enjoying their taste. Michael, although he doesn't talk to anyone, seems to be doing his thing very skillfully. Some people seem to like his mysterious appearance, as they take photos from a distance or talk excitedly about him. Freddy could be considered the least interested in this, but he seems to have fun getting people's attention, telling them grotesque stories from time to time. Everyone's amused by them, thinking they're all false because of his carefree attitude. And Chucky works as a weird mascot. People think he's a toy, modified to answer, to swear or behave like an idiot, and they love it. Even the girls are delighted by his little face, not knowing he's a serial killer. There are more customers than I ever thought I would have, and they seem to love this place. I smile, happy that despite the terrible idea of putting a bunch of mirrors in one place, it doesn't seem to be going too badly. I go to the storage room in order to take care of the new menu. After all, if we're gonna have a horror theme, the food must follow the same line. I take a sheet of paper and sit down on the sofa to start writing, also calculating the expense for food, coffee, and new cups. I start doing more and more calculations. I take in consideration to the money raised over the years, and although it's a good amount of support, the numbers are starting to get into the red. After I'm done with the expenses and decorations, for decoration, ingredients, branding, and everything else, I let out a sigh. I put the paper beside me and bury my face in my hands. I consider asking for a loan, but my reputation as an ex-con is more than enough for the bank to decline me. I start to think about what it means. I feel desperate, but I seriously refuse to give up on the shop. I'll do it for Carrie and for what Ash said to me in the night before. I almost ignored the fact that someone entered the store. I put my face out from behind my hands and see Freddy lean back on the shelf, looking with doubt and amusement. What's the problem? You look like you just shat blood. Disgusting joke. I don't even know why I'm surprised. I lay back on the couch, letting my head fall on the backrest. It's nothing. I would love to ignore you, but since you're now my boss, or some crap like that, I think that's part of my job pertaining to be concerned. I'll have to tell him to screw off, but just sigh and begin explaining. I will have to tell him to tomorrow, tomorrow food, selling food, and the fixing everything broken in place to comply with the legal requirements. Well, all that crap. Yeah, I know. I think about getting about and they're about those things. So you don't have the money? I kind of have. Thing is, I'll stay on the red to keep maintaining the coffee shop and myself. I'll have to raise the prices or recover, and that will be bad for the image since this is in New York. Oh, I see. You're not that arrogant about finances. I thought you were more of an idiot. Thanks. I don't have time to hear your crap right now. I have to think about solving my problems. I don't see a reason for all this drama. Just ask for a loan or something. Can't do. I have a bad record. Really? You seem so financially responsible now. Yeah, that's what happens when you're behind bars. Behind bars? Huh? I want to know everything about it, but maybe later. On the other hand, I think I'll think about other options, but they'll be difficult, more dangerous. Like robbing a bank. Yeah. Stop complaining. I'll give you the money. I freeze for a moment, and then look up and just away. Before processing what I heard, I am talking to some kind of dream demon who was a child murderer while alive. I still can't believe him. I don't have time for jokes, Freddy. I'm not joking, really. I stopped for a minute, looking around and examining the situation. I turned my gaze to him for a few seconds and squinted nervously. What do you want? He laughs like he's just told me a super funny joke, and then he comes over, throwing himself on the sofa right next to me. He puts his arms behind his back on the sofa, looking at me with an amused expression. I need business to bloom. Let me explain before you start acting stupid again. Being a dream demon doesn't come with unlimited powers, you know. My power comes from the people knowing me and knowing my name from fear that I'd stalk their dreams. For sure, that's not how Bill gets his power. Let's just say that's in recent years the power hasn't been flowing because I killed almost everyone that knew me. Sounds like something you do. Oh, he would. He's done it. Yeah, you get it. Now, if business works, everyone will talk about the cafeteria, about the cafe, and the Freddy Krueger guy in it. I don't necessarily need them to be scared right now. If they know I exist, that's enough for me to enter their dreams. And him to kill more people. Makes sense. Does that explain why you couldn't kill me? Kinda, but I was sure I could at least scare you. Didn't happen. I'm sorry, but this affects your self-esteem? Do you want the frickin' money or not? Yes, please. Yes, forget it. Forget I said anything. I see that he searches behind me, behind his trench coat, and takes out a ton of money. I put my eyes in surprise. Receiving the scare amount in my hand is intimidating. What? Wait, where'd you get that? Rob the dream bank. I'll do whatever I want. I do whatever I want, baby. Don't ask questions. After receiving Freddy's money and feeling like some kind of well-paid person, I proceed to put it in the envelope in the safe, taking care of his invested money. I start taking care of it, preparing everything for the reopening. Freddy went back to his work when Carrie entered the storage room. Oh, Wyatt, I'm sorry for interrupting you, or something important. I just was wondering if you could tend to this register while I finish making a panery. Sure, no problem. I'm coming. Thanks, boss. I leave my list there and go to the cash register while Jason and Carrie take care of the food. I stand in front of the register, noticing a small line of people in front of me. I was mostly surprised by the amount of people in the shop. Perhaps it's due to the fact that there's almost no places of interest in this town. I start taking orders and helping prepare the coffees and snacks. Soon the line disappears and the shop fills up. The store fills up. I smile satisfied and devote my time to counting the money while no new clients would player. That's when I hear the bell chime. I raise my head to greet the customers. My mouth shuts when I notice his style. That's not all I expected. Oh yes, this place looks like it's been just like I've been told. Is the coffee good, or people only come here for your mascot? Chucky, yeah, they do. Nothing is gonna surprise me at this point. They'll buy it and try it. Fair enough. Can I have an iced mocha? An iced macchiato for blank. I nod to put the name on this cup. Blank. Surprising for Carrie to pair. Oh yeah, they aren't lying. You got 'em all in here. Excuse me? I see what appears to be his eyes glowing in a strange darkness of his hood. He lets out a laugh. The killer. I freeze for a moment, looking at the guy from top to bottom, and here I thought nothing could surprise me. Here he's in there, murder. Maybe he's in there, murder. Oh, sorry. We're not hiring right now. He lets out a very interesting laugh. I see. I can understand why you're the boss around here. That's not anyone. Not just anyone could keep these guys at bay. Who are you? I'm Casket. His order's ready. Oh, why do we? I still don't. Like his name's Blank. Now he's Casket. His order's ready. Carrie gives it to me and continues with her work. Although I notice that she subtly glances at the customer. I leave the coffee in front of him, looking directly at his hood. I can still see his smile, scared by it. What a weird guy. He drinks the coffee by bringing it closer to whoever he has to stuff a face, giving a thumbs up. Wow, I'll be a regular here. This tastes great. You didn't give me my question. Answer my question. Relax. I don't have to do anything wrong. Didn't come here to do anything wrong. Near to north of cafe. Just happened to be around. Okay, Casket, right? Well, I don't want any more weirdos in my life. No, but in Annabelle, you only find weirdos here. He lets out a laugh and takes something out of his pocket, a dollar bill. He lays it in the tip jar and walks out the door. Yes, I notice this town seems to be a creep magnet. Does it have to do with with what Ash told me? Now that I think about it, I better stop thinking about it and focus on working. Worrying about the oddities of this town won't pay my bills. The day soon ends and we close. My employees don't all leave. Some stay to help organize or to bar me. I stand at one of the tables, counting the profit. Next to me, Carrie serving some desserts to the boys. I was surprised to hear them all thanking her. They all seem pretty quiet around her. I wonder how she manages to keep them like this. Her powers. I was about to ask her when suddenly I hear a bell ringing again, which confuses me. Did I put the sign? I did put up the sign indicating that we're closed. So we're barista. I won't take much of your time. Hey, Ash. I get up from my chair and walk towards him, shaking hands as agreeing. I can feel the air growing heavier around me. When I turn over my shoulder, I notice some tense looks. What? Why are you looking at me this way? What's to say I'm acquainted with most of your adorable boys. This is the most not Chucky. You mentioned it last night. You're acquainted uh, with Jason and Freddy. And, technically, Michael. how he knows about Chucky. You mentioned it last night. I see. What brings you here? I'm sorry to tell you that right now we're not serving coffee anymore. I get it. I'm actually going to accompany you home to talk about the important topic. If that doesn't bother you. No, just let me grab my things and... Chucky. And you dare judge me? This butthole is crazier than all of us. Charles, still playing with dolls, huh? I took you for dead. It's like, of course. Yeah, I can always come back. I mean, he is possessing a doll. Well, I can take care of myself. You don't have to worry about me. Being around crazy people, I'll survived you already. Barely. I'd make you laugh, though. I'm only in charge of protecting Lion from you. Commit myself to it. What a good Samaritan. Sarcasm right there. And my hand through Chucky's hair. He seems to get startled. Don't worry about me, Chucky. We'll see you at church tomorrow. Like I care. I chuckle as he walks away. I take care of finishing off my obligations and take my things. Everyone else starts to leave, and I close the coffee shop to go with Ash to the apartment. Oh, and Ghostface, too. We walk through the streets and look around from time to time, making sure the Ghostface isn't following us. As we walk a little further, Ash starts talking. Your business is doing very well. I hope the quality of the coffee doesn't fall off. Don't worry about it. Jason's coffee is even better than mine. Who would have thought? When I first met him, he was killing teenagers, and now he's making foam bears and coffee. Well, I'm glad things went this way. Maybe Ghostface is following us. Don't worry, I would know. If I'm being honest, they really aren't the problem here. No, 5 serial killers in a single town? And yet, they're not even half my problems. I'm going to tell you something. A few years ago, I found out that apparently, according to a prophecy, I was the chosen one to face hell and its evils. Don't ask me if it makes sense. I don't find much of it in that either. It's like, do you have Buffy too? The information brought with it a lot of crap. First, I lost everything in my life, friends, partner, even my family, all because of a damn Necronomicon. That information brought with it. Oh crap. First I love... Okay. Oh, I don't have to explain it then. Yes, the damn book. It made me lose my hand. Crap, Crash. That's screwed up. My bad. Stop with that. I don't like being counseled. I nod at him. I never liked pity either. Anyway, the point is that I guard the Necronomicon for a few years, but let's say it's now in the hands of someone else. Is it not, Pamela? I don't really know whose, but I do know that it's in this town and it's attracting off heckish energy, causing some evil and crazy things to happen. It's basically, Amy feels basically coming a, brain fart. Hellmouth moth. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Wow, I'll question you about it, but earlier today, a bird guy appeared at the cafe. I couldn't see his face, and he was dressed very strangely. Yeah, you're starting to get it. This sucks. Is there anything I can help with? I'm no fire, but believe me, I don't let myself get intimidated so easily. And plus, we have Chucky. He'll just start stabbing. It seems like Chucky likes you a lot. I laughed, feeling a bit embarrassed and started a little. No, it's be crazy. They're murderers and insane. And do you think that's a bad idea? Personally, I don't recommend it, but love can change someone. I can't guarantee anything. Well, I did love someone else, and he still was murdering, so... Well, who knows? Maybe if you make it the right decision, they will stop being monsters. Or be monsters and be very protective of you. I listened to Ash's words carefully. I'm not saying that I like them, but I guess I don't dislike them either. Feeling like this takes a lot of time to forge, so I can't guarantee anything. For now, I think I'll just focus on helping Ash and keeping those guys out of trouble. Following close to home, from the corner of my street, I managed to see Mr. Torrance in the entrance of the building. He's sitting on the bench in the front garden, smoking a cigar. I'm my landlord. I don't want to talk to him. Ash pulls my arm. He seems tense and turns his back to my apartment. That's your landlord? You're moving in with me. Yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm starting to get worried. I feel like I've seen that face elsewhere, but I don't know where. I can't remember. Something bad? Definitely bad. He tries to remember, but he just sighs and denies it. I have a lot of things to worry about right now. Maybe it's nothing. I'll accompany you inside, not to make this chat longer. Thanks, I appreciate it. We keep walking towards the building. We pass in front of Mr. Torrance, and out of courtesy, I decide to say hello, avoiding the heavy smoke. Good night, Mr. Torrance. I'm heading in with a friend. A few days here, and you're making a lot of friends. Good to know. Glad you're the sociable type. Sure, introvert. We just get people that's all like. You're my friend now. Have a good night. He greets Ash, who moves his mechanical hand impatiently. You too. I notice a fixed stare from Jack. The vibe gets very tense in a short time. I walk inside with Ash, and we both leave Jack outside the residence. I decide to let Ash inside my place. I close the door behind me and invite him to sit down. Want something? I brought some beers yesterday. You read my mind. I smile at him and go to the fridge, picking up 2 bottles. I don't have have an opener yet, but a knife does the job good enough. A trick that a funny prisoner taught me. I walk over to the couch, hand Ash a ball. Sitting on the other side, I take a sip of my drink, letting the bitter taste fill my mouth, and the alcohol relax my muscles. I don't want to be nosy, but I really have to know. How do you feel living here? Nightmares? Paranoia? The question catches me a little off guard, but I just chuckle. That's how I've been feeling for a few years now. What do you mean? I don't like to talk about it, but Ash doesn't seem like the type to judge, nor someone who can laugh at me or call me a murderer for what I'm going to say. I'm an ex-convict. Years ago, I had an accident with my stepfather. He was abusing me. He tried to kill me one day, so I killed him first. That's how I got in jail time. I only got away earlier because they found new information about my case. A policeman supported me because I told him it was self-defense, so he investigated until he got evidence. All of that deteriorated my mental health. I'm already living with constant paranoia and PTSD. Prison only made it worse. I saw a sorrowful expression on Ash's face as he let out a heavy sigh. Well, that's screwed up. I'm very sorry you went for all that. If I'm being honest, you're way stronger than you think. You think so? I've seen people go nuts for less, Wyan. What you went for didn't make you stronger. It sucked. What you did make you stronger are the choices you made, and the fact that you didn't let the world break you. You're better than me. Really, I lost my sanity years ago, even though I may seem calm right now. I lost everything around me. My only way to survive was to go crazy. But not you. Even in the system where ex-convicts can't do almost any work, you managed to set up a coffee shop. That's more than many could do. Hey, I'm proud of you. Proud of what you do, and I'm glad I found you. You'll help me a lot with this fight. I lower my gaze a little, feeling the gushes of tears running down my face, quickly wiping them away, laughing bitterly. You caught me off guard, old man, but thanks, I needed that. It's been hard. Screw it, frick, yes it was, and I'm glad you're here in one place. I can't say the same for me. Yes, his beer with his mechanical hands adding his joke. I only managed to let out a small laugh. I think this is what I needed, a quiet night of chat and a beer. And that was Horror Romance Chucky's Route. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting down below. I'll see you guys next time.